Shinsuke Nakamura versus Wesley Blake. Looks like it's trouble in paradise for Blake and Murphy, and Kofi is nowhere to be seen. Blake has seemingly parted ways once more with Murphy and is aiming to put the King of Strong style down. The more I see Nakamura perform, the more I come to enjoy his quirky and eccentric style with his facial expressions and playing head games with Blake, who has really got some re-evaluating to do since his second split from Murphy and Alexa Bliss being drafted to SmackDown. Damn good match that ends with Nakamura winning via King Sasha.
I have something to say.
NXT GM William Regal announces that Shinsuke will challenge Samoa Joe at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2 for the NXT Championship. I am happy with that announcement, as Nakamura is more than good enough for championship material, and NXT does one thing better than the main roster at the moment: opportunity. Billy Kay versus Santana Garrett. It's been a while since I've seen Garrett perform, and with the call-ups to the main roster from the likes of Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax, that opens up opportunities for the remaining NXT women for them to perform, whereas the aforementioned had dominated the scene. A pretty decent match in that it entertained, with Billy showing off an aggressive style of performance that subdued Garrett, who did get some brief spells of momentum, but after the boot to the head, that was it. Billy wins via pin. Segment in the back with Bayley and Regal, where she makes the good pitch that she believes she's ready for her rematch against Asuka, where it should happen at TakeOver Brooklyn, the original, where she won it the first time. The GM has no issue with it, and provided that the champion is chill with it, the papers will be drawn up. A handshake occurs between the two, much to my delight, as this is something that should be seen more often in the business. TM61 versus Rob Ryson and Adrian Nails. Thoroughly enjoyable tag team affair, with TM61 being one of the most cohesive tag teams that I have ever had the pleasure of seeing, especially when they won via their finisher, Thunder Valley. I like their sportsmanship as they shook hands with their opponents after the match. Has to be said, this needs to happen more often. Video package showing the feud between No Way Jose and Austin Aries. Hideo Tami, hope I said that right, returns next week. No Way Jose versus Steve Cutler. This was pleasing as Jose begins the match seemingly having fun, but then gets angered by Cutler's disrespect and gets way more physical and puts Steve out for the count in next to no time. And did Corey Graves just reference Wolverine by saying that Cutler's chin was not made of adamantium? Pandering much?
I have something to say.
Jose cites that he's only tried to help Aries out with a little bit of fun and accuses him of being a coward, and next time he's getting canned. The main event: Kota Ibushi versus Buddy Murphy. The Cruiserweight Classic makes his first appearance on NXT, and he got a major pop in the same vein of that of Sami Zayn or the recently promoted Finn Balor. Kota is an impressive competitor with his hard kicks and high flying style. Somewhat similar style with the likes of Tajiri, who knew how to hit hard back in the day. Ibushi wins via sit-down powerbomb. Samoa Joe is not content that he's been booked to face Nakamura at TakeOver Brooklyn 2 and cites that the disrespect he's received is beginning to test his patience. Bobby Roode arrives next week.
I have something to say.
Joe is unamused. What day is it? He's not happy that he wasn't consulted that he will face Nakamura, and that he's not done enough to earn said title shot and won't defend the belt against Shinsuke. Regal makes it clear that he's the law of the land and he will do as he's told, or he'll take away the belt, accepting Joe's answer as a forfeit and find another opponent for Nakamura for the NXT title. Joe begrudgingly accepts, but makes it clear that he will do to Shinsuke what he did to his golden boy in Finn Balor, whom he called up to the main roster, and will face Seth Cartman Rollins for the brand new WWE Universal Championship at SummerSlam. Yeah, that's not going to have repercussions from Universal Studios at all. Nakamura comes out playing head games with Joe, showing no fear for his opponent. There is most definitely a new era in NXT, with the likes of Finn Balor, American Alpha, Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax being called up to the main roster. allowing a new crop of wrestlers to seize opportunities that were not once present. TakeOver Brooklyn 2 is shaping up to be a decent event. Bring on the new era. Rating AA+. Good night from the night.